Yeah, this looks easy.
Bonjour, you beautiful thing. Evan Doggett here, talking today about tools. There are so many different kinds of tools, and I think as a pet parent, as a dog trainer, you gotta be open to trying different things for different dogs. It's gotta be right for you, and it's gotta be right for the dog. Just because you love how cute that floral or camo or sequence flat collar is, or harness, or gentle leader, if the dog can still overpower you, it's dangerous. It's dangerous for you, it's dangerous for the dog. If they decide that they want to go across the road and see another dog, a bunny, a kid, a squirrel, all of those things, the poop eater dogs, they smell the poop, they go. You don't even know that it's going on. And before you know it, they're dragging you across the road. It's dangerous. Your number one rule, or the number one responsibility rather, when owning a dog, when being a pet parent, what is it? To keep them safe, right? To keep them safe, and of course, keep yourself safe as well. So having the right tools. In this video, you get to see a young family that, you know, they got number one on the way, a bun in the oven, very exciting, and mom has stopped walking the dog because she can't. It's a liability, especially where they're using the dog on a harness. Great big beautiful Bernese mountain dog that he is. He's only 11 months old. He's full of piss and vinegar. He's ready to rock. He's ready to play. Super sweet dog. But he's also, you know, he's a young teenager. He's still intact. He's still, you know, ready to go and play and get frisky and all those things. But they're using a leash that connects around the belly. Well, obviously, you know, mommy's got a payload here that we can't have that, you know, pressure on that. And even then, you know, the dog can pull down dad, who's like 180, 190 pounds of anagonish muscle. He's a strong guy, and you can even see the dog takes him off his feet a little bit here. So of course we want safety first. So this is where we employ a prong collar. It doesn't have to be a prong collar. Obviously a prong collar looks like a medieval torture device. If you follow me for years, you know that the first time that I saw one of these, even though a dog trainer explained it to me beautifully and elegantly and all those things, I was like, that's great, but not for my dog. And as a result, Rush took me down many times, full scars of him, I don't know if you can see that there, of him dragging me over, me knocking down, still got all my teeth, thank God, but you know, I've been injured by my own dog pulling me down. So it's not that I was like, oh, this is beautiful, let's just put that on, that looks great. But after trying it on hundreds of dogs, some dogs it works for, some dogs it doesn't. Some people it works for, some it doesn't, and we have to try other tools to get it better and better. And then eventually they go, well, I tried every other tool, fine, okay, I'll do it. And then they're like, oh my God, I wish I had saved 2 years of my life and my dog's life, because at some point it becomes uncomfortable to walk your dog and you just stop walking your dog. And then you gotta pay for all the other repercussions. So you can hear how I'm talking here, and you'll hear in the video. This is what I want to do. Show you what I'm doing in the video is I'm saying, you can hear that there's almost no change in my voice, and you can see how much I'm digging in there, right? And then when I put the collar on the other way, like a flat collar, like any sort of, like if you walk your dog and they're gagging, this stops that because it's pressure points all along the collar. So again, it's not for everyone. You want to condition your dog if you're going to do this. Definitely not at a park. Definitely not while there's a wedding going on. We're right beside a dog park and all these other things. But as a professional dog trainer who's done this with hundreds of dogs, I know what to do in a scenario that it doesn't go well. So I would say if you're going to take this on, if you're going to try this, do it at home with no distractions. Put all the dogs away. Put all the cats away. Put your kids away. Get your husband out of the room, get your, whoever is coming and going, lock the door so that there's not all this, you know, back and forth distraction, and just go at it slow and steady. And if you need more help one-on-one, that's an option. There's also the online course, which breaks this down in multiple videos as well. Okay, here's the lesson. Know that you're loved. looks like a medieval torture device, but it evenly disperses the pressure, right? So you can hear there's no change in my voice right now, right? And I'm pulling on that. But then when I put on like a flat collar, right? Like a regular flat collar or something, it immediately changes, right? So it'll gag them, which then leads to thyroid issues and all that other stuff. But this evenly disperses pressure and is pulling right away. Yeah. Are you going to try?
Yes.
So just go over here.
Come on, Bo.
Vega, come. Vega. So then just like take 2 steps in, and then go back, pull them 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 back. So let's take everything right. I just want to see a before and after. Oh, come on, wait. Oh, come on, wait. Come here. Sit. Alright, I don't know if this will be.
Right up under his ears. Oh, yeah, it's been a long time.
How old is this dog?
She's 6.
Oh my God, slow game. It's like Jane or okay, so.
It's always awkward for the first minute or two with the tool, and the real point of it all is.
So what? That's just doing the job instead of having a pull. Like the
Yeah,
pressure.
it just feels weird because it's putting pressure, right? That he's not used to.
Oh my God.
And like literally, like.
So can we start walking him with a device like that?
I just want to make sure that he's not. Some 1 out of like 100 will have a temper tantrum. Yeah, well, he's already halfway to screaming. He's already screaming, really, right?
Yeah.
Which is why as soon as it's kind of like if you're watching a scary movie and someone's like, "Hey," and you're like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
You're already there, which is why sometimes these tools get a bad name. Because it's like, "Oh, he screamed." Well, he was already screaming.
Yes.
Right? So then when you put little pressure, then yeah, obviously if he runs and hits the end of this, it's going to be uncomfortable. It won't put any holes in him. It won't do any of that. It'll be, yeah, it's not going to feel great, but it won't put it because it evenly disperses the pressure.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Right? So
should we just switch to that? If obviously he's okay with it.
yeah, he's doing great. I mean, like, Vega, come.
Oh, yeah, you didn't pull there, did you?
How's that for night and day difference?
Well, he just stopped pulling.
Yeah. So
That was pretty good.
go backwards,
Well, I know. Look.
and then come towards me.
Come on, let's go, Bo.
Watch. Now go backwards. Now pull away.
We're gonna come this way, buddy.
How's that?
Oh, way better.
Right.
Way better.
There's like, yeah, the harness is better than the flat collar, but the prong collar is better than the harness, right? And then
I
eventually,
don't know about this, to be honest.
yeah.
I've heard of it, but I
And you see it, you're like, not on my dog.
Yeah.
That's what I said for years. Years I was using the wrong tools.
Did you ever go through the harness? Like, did you have a phase with harness? No?
I mean, yeah, but never for,
big dogs.
never like as a professional trainer.
Okay.
Because they don't work. And the front clip ones, the thing is you can't control where he's looking when you have a harness on. You can drag his ass backwards,
Yeah.
and he's still staring at the other dog or the
Yes.
squirrel or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So do you want to try?
I'm gonna put that on. Wow.
Just walk this way.
He pretty quickly realizes it's a no-no.
And then go whichever way you want. Like power steering, right?
Yeah, I just got tired. Anyway,
He's usually really good during walks.
Megan, come.
It's when he sees a distraction.
Yeah. So go backwards, go backwards.
he's comfortable with your dog right now, though.
Right? Megan, up. Up.
Or if, like, say we love going to the beach, like Malignant Cove.
Yep.
Once we get out of the car, he's going bonkers, and we don't want to leave him off leash.
Right. Not yet, anyway.
Cool.
We had a
Yeah.
super tell-off by some person that doesn't like dogs out there. I'm sure you've gotten those.
Oh, yeah.
That I would like to right away. Where do we buy that at? Do we,
You can have that one.
Wow, that is really nice of you, man.
Happy christening.
Thank you.
You can go backwards, I'll take out another dog.
Okay.
Oh, there's another one.
Now it's pretty obvious that you're used to letting him pull you a bit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
you're like going with the leash, but just little tugs, right? So just give a little tug, 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 tug. Good.
I'm like blown away.
Is that your
What
pit
happened to the
bull?
right tools?
This is Pippa, isn't it?
Yeah. Pipa. Pipa, pipa. Pipa, pipa.
You have a large breed dog as well, don't you?
Yeah, big Pyrenees.
Right.
He's like 14.
Wow, they get that old.
No. Not normally.
I didn't think.
No, I took him into the vet the other day and she's like, how old? Like 13 or 14? And she's like, oh, that's the oldest I've ever seen him. He's still
Yeah.
walking, he's still, but it's the raw food.
Yeah.
The raw, like if you pull him back, don't let him for you. Good.
Big boy.
So what you do is you go, okay, heel. And you're not allowed any further than that ahead. Right? So that's when you put two hands on
As you're walking.
as you're walking.
Right.
So it's left hand and right hand, because that way, especially if you're here, yeah.
Oh my god.
So you can pull back, to just go like this is where I want you. Yeah, good. Now turn around, go the other way, and then just go. Yeah, that's it.
Why does he squeak like that?
He's fired up. He's just excited.
Okay.
That's an excited squeal?
Yeah.
Just when he meets other dogs.
Oh my God, I want to go. I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost embarrassing.
It's very learnable when it gets intense.
Yeah. So you work them. So by work them, all you have to do is just come. Good. Dive to the left, heel. So you just walk forward, backwards. Come. So walk backwards. Come. Keep them on your left, and then go forward. There you go. And then you just keep your head on me the whole time. So you keep your eyes up, backwards. Good. And then forward. Good. Perfect. And then forward. So that's the little temper tantrum that I anticipated. It was a little bit of a, let me see if I can end this. And then come, go backwards. So you're taking that energy and you're moving it, and we can still have a conversation. Right? Because otherwise,
It's chaos.
we're just standing there holding the dogs back as they stare at each other versus, hey, don't look at that, right? Yeah. So pay attention back to me.
Come back. Come.
Good. And then forward again. And you can, sometimes you can even put your hands together at the end of the leash, right? So you give them that full length of leash to move, and come, and then it just flows the energy a little bit better, right? And then go backwards, yeah. Good. And he'll learn that little, it doesn't work. And unless you stop and rearrange the leash every time, then he's like, oh, it does kind of work. So even if they get their legs caught up underneath, I'll still good. I'll still bring them back and I'll still move them as much as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a game changer.
Game changer. Good. So now add the tap with the direction change. Tap. Good.
So many things
Tap.
on my neck.
Yeah, and then just put one leg out, and then do the no.
Pokey, pokey.
Do the Macarena. Good. Okay, so take the remote off your neck. There you go. Put the end of the leash between your middle finger and your ring finger. Perfect. Put the remote back in that hand. Good, now you're good to go. Now that other hand can come underneath
and then be your strong hand if you're going to keep the hands apart. Or now that you can control them with one arm, you can put that hand wherever you want. Yeah.
I can like text him off now.
Totally. Totally. The goal is coffee, right? Coffee. Yeah.
Eventually it's
Wow.
Yeah, literally, because it's just like you can walk them one-handed, right? And then eventually, because the remote's over here, and the goal is with the tap, replaces the leash.
Yeah.
Tap, tap. So let me just grab my taparoo of the button that's gonna give that response that works. And then once this happens, like if this just like, if they just run up, you just stop tapping, make sure our leashes don't cross. Now you walk that way and I'll walk this way. So that way they didn't get all tangled up. Right? You want to see that again? So come back in. So they just like, oh, and they're together. We just relax your leash a little bit and then just make sure they don't cross. So now I can go, come, my dog's trying to kill yours. She's not. Right? Like if that would have happened, you would be out and gone already.
Yeah.
Take the end of this leash for a second. Okay, I'm going to pull you, okay? So you're progressively getting stronger versus little tugs. You can't fight with this, right? So I'm gonna, but so it's like if he starts to pull, rather than letting him pull you or doing this tug of war, you just go little tugs.
With that call.
Yep. Just even that much with him. That's all it. But it's a pop, pop, pop.
Okay.
There's a video on it in the course.
Oh. Okay, know that you're loved. That is the Prong collar explained, the medieval torture device looking thing. It might be right for you. It might be the thing that you need to get to that next level. And it might not be. That's okay too. The more you know, the more you grow. If you're looking for one-on-one help, send us a message. If you're looking for the online course which breaks down everything from health and raising puppies and nutrition and dog body language and tools and training and dealing with unwanted behaviors, just go to doggedstyle.com. Okay, know what you love. Bye meow.